Morning. Don't matter how early I get up, these bloody videos are not loading. They're taking forever. Probably because I rabbit on too long. But I think it's worth the wait. I'm hoping it's worth the wait. So, today's Astro DJ song I know very, very well. It's Otis Redding, These Arms of Mine. So, Spirit give you cryptic messages. So it could be that somebody's got a problem with their arm. It could be that somebody feels like they just want to hold someone, anyone. But we'll see if it goes with the story or not. Usually it does in some way. But it doesn't have to. And the things I write about the song are not necessarily connected at all. So, here we go. Oh, I forgot the bloody calendar again. I'm anything but organised, aren't I? So today is the 12th. You seem to like the weekly. It helped me a lot, so thank you for that. So I'm able to see my mum again and stuff, so time is getting limited now we're out of lockdown. So let's see, today's card is not the best because it's the Hanged Man. Hopefully he'll be in the reverse. But it is neutral, thankfully, because it's today's card, so we'll see if he comes out again. Well, I'm going to say it, but this name is known to me, so Gregory is important, or Greg, and toast. So if you're eating your toast while you're watching me, this may be for you. Because they don't usually pop words and names into my head like that, so it could be important. And it's in the first pile, so it is important. Very important. Let's see. So there's no defending this situation, I'm afraid. Whatever it is, it's indefensible. Somebody's trying hard, but it's just not working. And dwelling on the past is unhealthy. There has been a massive disappointment. However, whether you are the cause of it or not, you are not to blame. You played your part in it, but these things happen. And there is no future if you don't draw a line in the sand and move forwards. Build a bridge and get over it. Don't repeat it. Build a bridge and get over it. That red rose is there, so the red rose could be planted for someone or put in a coffin. It's a rose of remembrance, or it's a past love. This is what I don't like. It is in the negative. Somebody's stuck in limbo. Issues with a property, a home, a wedding, a marriage. It's the 1111 gateway. So if you see 1111 anywhere, it's important. It's celebrations called off. So maybe something you was going to do at Christmas you can't afford to do now. It's unhappiness within the home and family. It may be as simple as someone not being able to join you for the celebrations, or there's been some structural issues within the home. There is, however, a very generous friend. It's a Capricorn. It could be a Capricorn cusper. Either Capricorn is Sagittarius, the Capricorn is Aquarius. It could be a man in uniform or of darker complexion. It could be a businessman. But this is somebody who's very secure financially, and will be a strong influence. But so far is the only good card, because we have teachers, institutions, religion, rebellion, universities, study, schools, all in the negative. A lack of faith, somebody not speaking the truth, issues with the neck and throat, and your inner child holds the key. There are two keys. One binds you to spirit and one binds you to the material. And there's Capricorn again, shackled. Shackled by contract or vow, selling the soul to the devil. So very materialistic, whatever this is. Caring too much about what the people think. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. Don't sign anything. Capricorn here is the negative, and yet we've got the only positive card is the Capricorn. So they're a good friend. So maybe they mean well, but they're not helping. This is a toxic situation. And someone feels half erased, lonely in a room full of people. We have no more major arcanas besides this Taurus. So it's really important and really negative. 5 or 23, negative energy. Someone is not speaking. It's, at the very least, someone who maybe wants to come home or wants to be involved in this celebration but can't afford to. And this generous friend is more than willing to pay, but pride will let somebody accept. Someone doesn't feel part of this for whatever reason. No boundaries. People pleasing. A change. 2 5s. Oh, my card. So someone coming out of the gates of hell. Someone needs to look after themselves. Don't put anything into your energy that is negative, be it financial, emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual. This is spiritual. So now we've got the spiritual and the material, and we've got somebody in the middle that is selling the soul to the devil rather than spirit. And spirit is saying it is time to listen to spirit. And the 11 is very important to this lady. Roman numerals is her thing. So 1111. 11th of October, specifically where I come from, because it's the carnival people, the travellers, the psychics, the mediums. And the carnival arrives in my town around the 11th of October every year. She's mute. She knows everything but can't say anything. And this is the divine partner to this. So the masculine and the feminine. High priest, high priestess. So you may be contacting a medium, tarot reader. Whatever this is, it brings someone out of the gates of hell. 229, massively important in a positive energy. And there it is again. Feeling half erased, feeling lonely in a room full of people, feeling a lack of something. I think the feeling is a lack of finances. Judgment Day has arrived. And again, this is, are you binding yourself to the material or the spiritual? You're not rising because you refuse to settle this situation, whatever it is, once and for all. Spirit did talk about settlement yesterday. So, a long-standing issue could be dental, could be medical, but it could be anything. There are those that cannot live without the material things, and they get dragged down, and the others rise. So it needs to be settled. The 20 is negative. So we know that the 23rd is the new moon. I don't know what sign it's in. If it's in Taurus, that'd be interesting. Somebody wants to escape. They're looking for a way out. They don't want to be at this celebration or at this home, or they want to move. 6 weeks is mentioned. Something on the internet. So don't give up. Keep looking. There is a way out. Leaving the stormy waters of the past behind. But you're going to have to fight for it. You can't just sit back and hope it'll all go away, because it won't. 4 weeks. Yeah, enemies will be overcome. It's probably this Taurus. Or, if you're a Taurus, you may be your own worst enemy. Yeah, there it is. So this is the Buddha card. It was also a lockdown card. I'm very, very worried about another lockdown of any sort. It might not be the way you think it's going to be. It is medical matters. It is hospital doors. It is the Virgo card. So earth signs particularly, this is to you. But everyone should know that we are not walking this next part of the journey alone. There will be someone in spirit or the flesh to walk with us. They want to bring us abundance, especially spirit want us to have everything. But right now, we need to concentrate on the spiritual. You may have to walk away from everything you've ever known or believed to be true to find yourself. Sometimes I get this with students who are on a gap year. It is the Hermit card. It's about your gut instinct and going with it. 9 or 27, massively important positive energy. Reject the material. So, what it is trying to say is that if you run your life by, say you have a job and it pays very, very well, and there is a generous boss perhaps, or someone who is constantly giving, that's all well and good. But if you're miserable in that job, the money is not important. That's what they're saying. This chapter needs to end. So the 21, the 20, the 21 and the 23, we're looking for the 22. That's what we need. The end of this month is going to be important. We are ending one chapter and beginning another. The birth of something, a new era. It could be a child, but it isn't usually. It is the cosmic egg, but it isn't usually. And we have the 11 again, massively important. So usually it's the Libra card, but they do interchange in decks. So in this one, it's the Leo card. It's about having the strength and courage to go forwards. It is about the heart and back. It's karmic, I'm afraid. It's a big deal. It's an internal struggle that you've got going on, or an external one, power struggles. You are strong enough. You may feel like you've got nothing left to give. You're empty, running on empty, but you have to dig deep and have the courage to move forward so you can escape and leave that stormy waters behind. Number 11, massively important. Yeah, they're telling me to use these ones, so I'll use these ones. The truth is coming out, secrets will be revealed, and there's no defending them. Yeah. Someone is coming home to who they truly are. So, there's somebody's being watched from afar. Those born in the year of the pig. Massively important. You've been banging your head against a brick wall for long enough. It's time to come home to who you truly are. Because this is becoming too much of a heavy burden. You're flailing about in the dark and you need to release that burden. And this is what they're saying again. It's time to move on. From stormy waters to calm ones. Within the home and family life, maybe. It is travel to the object of your desire, be they persons, things, or events. Maybe if they won't come to you, you to come to them. There is issues here. It's probably children or someone from your past. Bad memories of the past. Child abuse even. Yeah, somebody acted in haste, possibly one night stands. Or they acted without thinking. They didn't finish what they started. Sagittarius energy. Those born in the year of the horse, perhaps. But it is lack of commitment. Act in haste, repent at leisure. So when you fight, you don't fight from... You don't give up. When you start fighting, you've got to finish what you started. Oh. So we've got a lot of fire sign energy in this. This is Leo at its worst. Could be something in the chart. The letters M, N, H, P, V, Y, and a number 8. This is demanding. Someone demanding something. They're very, very forceful. This is what you've got to come up against, because that is the Leo, but it's in the reverse. This is bad temper, possibly a karmic situation. this is my Violet Elizabeth card. So the name Violet and Elizabeth again. And William. She holds the shamrock, but she's in reverse. So bad luck, bad karma. Something not right there. Financial reverse. Yeah. Somebody is here to cause trouble. They love the drama. They feed off the drama. Any attention is better than no attention. They will cut their nose off to spite their face as long as they get what they want. And they don't care who they hurt. So for you, because you've got 2 6 of Swords and this is the 5, the change has to come where you decide to walk away. Turn your back on this. Or someone, if that's you, will walk away from you. Because the drama is just getting old. There'll be no winners in this and everyone will regret it. So we've got all the 5s now. Massive changes in every part of your life. But it will bring happiness, and there could be a pregnancy. Somebody may have got pregnant. And that's why the dead go home. There's some conversations need to be had here for definite. Stubbornness is involved for years. Holding on too tightly, greedily to finances, people, situations, trying to control. Again, control. There's control issues all over this. What's yours will always be yours, so release and let go. If the wolf is at the door, let it in. Because until you do, you can't settle this. Don't put that envelope behind the clock, the bill. Face it head on. Because if you keep trying to keep up with the Joneses and materialism, you are going to find a burden you can't carry. This person is a good person. Where's he gone? This may be someone who works hard, but not a very good communicator. So won't say when money's tight. He's too generous. He can't stop giving. So he may be being taken advantage of. He may be sacrificing himself for ungrateful people, the kids, the missus, whatever it is. Always demanding. And he's at that point where he can't say no. He's always said yes, so how can he say no? If you're one of these people that's been demanding, oh well, we've got to have this for Christmas, we've got to have that for Christmas, we always do this, oh so-and-so's got that, so-and-so's got this. You need to have a word with yourself, because there's somebody in your life there that's always been there for you, and they've never said no, and they never will say no. But you should be able to turn around and say, are you all right? Because I believe they have said that this can't go on. You can't keep spending like this. And it's caused a massive argument. So coming up to Christmas, Christmas is a terrible time for people who can't say no, people pleasers. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean that they unconditionally give. They're givers. And it pushes them to a point where the burden is too great. So somebody needs a cuddle, and somebody's just stirring the pot, causing drama. You need to understand that it's not that easy. And there it is. So that's what I was waiting for. The 24, and this is today's card, the Hanged Man. So this is what they've been talking about for a few days now. And it's not for everybody, so I don't want to get this all depressing, but this is the most important message they want to talk about. Suicide. Christmas is not for everybody a happy time. And somebody here, at the very worst, could be driven to that point where that burden gets too much. And they stop believing. And they do believe in spirit. Now, maybe they've been to see a tarot reader, but they've lost faith in the world, and they believe, rightly or wrongly, that it would be better to be with spirit. I know that if you take your own life, it is not exactly easy on the other side, because you cannot rest until those in the living forgive you, and that takes a long time. And you feel a lot of pain. So your pain won't go away taking your own life, trust me. Having said that, it also means other things. So, 24. So Christmas Eve could be important. And if this is someone in spirit that you know, they may have taken their own lives on the 24th of December. So it can't be a very good time for you. And exactly this. I must be a mermaid, for I have no fear of depth, but a great fear of shallow living. And we had shallow, was it yesterday or day before, didn't we? So somebody is very shallow. The chambered heart. That's shallow. In faith and in trust, we must surrender to what is. And to surrender means to turn this card upside down and let go. Pisces is a double fish. One swims upstream, one swims down. It depends on the path they take. And it's ruled by Neptune. It's mutable, and it's the 12th house. So the 12th house, number 12, and the self-undoing, your own worst enemy. It's mysterious and unfathomable, but can indicate a life that needs clarifying as well as definition. It's the old soul who passes through many lives and has picked up much here and there and has experienced almost everything along the way, but sometimes they don't process it well and tend to repeat mistakes. You've got to stop that, start looking at things differently, put your boundaries in place and say no. Pisces have trouble maintaining boundaries, sometimes even feeling half erased, which is what they said twice. Somebody is feeling half erased, lonely in a room full of people. If you've ever observed a Pisces, you will notice they don't appear as intelligent as they really are. You could even call them gullible or vague until they start cranking out works of genius, and they can be so psychically tuned in, it will knock your socks off. Pisces is a beautiful sign with much compassion, denoting true vision that links with the collective. Those ruled by the sign know it all deep down, but have trouble sorting matters out. They are able to sense deeply, except for certain things that are extremely bad for them, and turn into mishaps and disasters. Yeah, Pisces will never admit that a loved one is in any way greedy or wrong. But through it all, Pisces will survive. Dreamers, artists, composers, poets, mystics, victims, and prisoners all fall under the rulership of this water sign. So someone may be going to prison for Christmas. There's a little doubt that the higher consciousness falls under the domain of Pisces. In a superficial way, it looks as if the world is their oyster with their talent, beauty, sensitivity, and connectedness with the unknown. Pisces is the best and is an idealist, but the flip side is cynicism, and somebody has become cynical now because the world has tarnished them. So dreams will lead you, but clear thinking is a must. You may be extra sensitive to beauty currently. Poetry courses through your veins. You feel connected to source and you like the idea of surrendering to what is. Compassion flirts, but that doesn't mean you surrender to moving off this planet. Take advantage of inspiration and channel into your creative projects. If you have a notion or a dream, it's time to swim to it. Capture that wave. A great idea from the past will re-emerge, and you may want to return and finish it, but you will want to tackle this idea soon while you are inspired, or the entire matter could disappear into the rushes. For some of you, you're going home to the parental home, issues from your childhood come up, it begins to become an argument, but you have to be careful what you say, because somebody here is vulnerable. It could be you or the parent, but don't push. There's no need to do that. To seek your own karma and make somebody feel that low that it's time for them to go. Karma is not yours to serve. You need to be compassionate, because you may find out later that you was wrong. Because somebody wants to be right. That's the thing. You need to settle this though and finish it in a good way. Bring it to a conclusion. Tackle the idea as soon when you're inspired, or the entire matter will disappear into the rushes. You may be confused about the reactions of others or simply unable to get the correct answer. Pisces can be like the pristine sea or the muck of a swamp, so getting lost is a danger. Make sure you're not being pulled under by other people's complications. It's even possible you have someone in your life that saps you. So if you're going home, you might know that somebody saps you. Maybe you find you don't have anything in common with your parents, but there is still a connection there somewhere. Usually this isn't intentional, but because of some delusional way of thinking or viewing the world, and it clouds the issue. Don't you fall into the same confusion. Make sure you're protected and have proper boundaries. What did I say? You may have physical symptoms but find no reason for them, because anxiety and stress bring them on. Be careful when this card comes up, especially in regards to medicines and drugs, because allergies and strange reactions to medications can develop. So it can cause possible mental depression as well, side effects sometimes. So be alert, be aware to little signs where you're getting paranoid or feeling down. The Pisces card means circumstances will be covert or secret or obscured from your view. So sense and protection. Protect your boundaries. Every day think of yourself in that protective bubble. Nothing and no one can get to you, and that will keep you protected for the rest of the day. There is someone here that is definitely playing mind games or can push your buttons quite easily. Don't play that game. It's a dangerous game. Yeah, now you see, this is this. The gatekeeper, power and abundance. The dragon that was born in the year of the dragon. Somebody sitting on their pile of gold. Someone who looks to everyone as if they're secure emotionally and financially. Dragons, to the Celts, are seen as gatekeepers to the other world and caretakers of treasures. This is very significant. The high vibrational card means that abundance is coming your way because you have put in the hard work. It has not gone unnoticed, and the dragons are gifting you. So they've noticed his hard work. With help and abundance in whatever form you need it, this time and for your future success. You might have reached a point where you know where you are going and what you need to do. I think so. You know that you've got to walk away, possibly from everything you've ever known or believed to be true. But the resources don't seem to be there for you. Know that they will come at the right time. Once you gain the ally of a dragon, you must ensure you remain true to your word though, honest in thought, word and deed. Not this one. This one, where's she gone? This one, all truth, secrets coming out. This is lies. This is throat chakra blocked. You must ensure that you're true to your word, because they don't take kindly to tricksters, and they are able to recognize one when they see one. They will only appear to you if you're worthy and humble about it. There is no place for ego, your inner child. Here, there is only space for truth and eagerness to do good. The most powerful of the Celtic symbols, the dragons, were also known as great protectors. They protected the great treasures of the world that man always longed for. The Celts believed that wherever the dragons flew, the land would become more powerful. So if you're in Wales, possibly. They were the guardians of the knowledge and wisdom. And China is the dragon, which may be why we see them sitting on their gold. You see, treasure is not always about money or material items. Therefore, by drawing this card, you must ask the dragons for their guidance and wisdom. So, the Hermit. And knowledge of the future. They may aid you by giving you riddles to solve, just like Spirit. But know that any guidance from the dragons will help you with your quest. So, Spirit will be sending us breadcrumbs and we've got to follow them. And we've been getting the dragon every day, haven't we? We've got the dragon in the I Ching, we've got the dragon in the Celtic cards now. So it seems very important. Now, the year of the dragon is 1988 plus or minus 12, February to February. Look it up, Google it, year of the dragon. But every year is different, so you have to put in, if you're born in January or February, you have to check when the Chinese New Year starts, because it's not the same time as ours. So it could be the previous year. So be very careful about that. 27, yeah, there it is again. So the 27 is massively important. And the 10 is change. So there we have it, 9 and 27, the Hermit. And the number 10 is the overall energy, which is change. Yeah, it's walk with me. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me. It's what's on the Facebook page. The heavens reflect on the lake, and both contemplate themselves at a distance. So step back and look at things with detachment. Time to share the path, although at different levels. The actions affect the surroundings, so affect your surroundings. Through mutual benefit, we occupy our place, and each act affects the whole. So don't think that what you say and do doesn't affect people, because it does. And the 27, very much so. Very, very much so. Provide food. If somebody is working hard to look after everybody, make sure you appreciate them. Thunder sounds at the foot of a mountain, and its vigorous impulse makes the mountains shudder. It is time for renewing the physical and spiritual equilibrium, and be conscious of the value of the food we consume. So the High Priestess is warning you. check your labels on your food if you're into this processed stuff. Be very careful what you put into your body, as in diet, medication. It influences our spirit as well as our energy. We also have to pay attention to our intellectual nutrition. So B12, obviously, for memory. Omega-3. Also, iodine, which they now take out of the water, is needed for your third eye, your pituitary gland. It aids the thyroid, but you have to research it before you take it, because you don't want to be taking the wrong dose, because all medicines can do good or harm depending on the way you take them. I know, like I've said before, even herbal stuff, rosemary. My son can't have rosemary. For years I used it in stews without knowing. It can bring on seizures when you're an epileptic. So be very careful what you're eating, what you're drinking, and what you're taking within your body, diet or medication, like I said. Eighth house, Pluto and Sagittarius. Eighth house is Scorpio, I believe. Reproductive organs and shared resources. So we have got the pregnancy there. It's about money and the cycle of life. It is about coming out of your comfort zone and transforming this energy. Scorpio energy, reproductive organs, funeral parlours, cemeteries, labour wards, ancestral property. A baby may be born or being conceived from a one-night stand, so be very careful if you don't want kids. Interaction, shared resources, birth, death, rebirth, regeneration, sexual unions, integration, self-sacrifice, expanded awareness, inheritance and other people's money. Yes. It could cause a lot of problems, that. Pluto, Sagittarius. With Pluto in Sagittarius, humanity's idealism is intensified. However, unworkable ideologies and old ways of being need to be confronted and transformed. So rebellion, again, which is this. Somebody's lost belief in the institutions, the religions even. They are not, religion is not faith. Schools, indoctrination do not mean free thinkers. We have to be free thinkers. And finally, and Sagittarius rules universities, institutions, hips, thighs. Learning hard lessons in life. Life isn't meant to be always easy. You've got to feel the hard stuff as well as the good, or how would you know what the good is? Yeah. So it's being flexible. It doesn't mean bend over backwards for people. It just means life is full of changes and surprises. And there is going to be change here because we've got all 4 fives. Your guidance is to move with the current, which is the 6 of Swords, moving on, going with the flow. It's the resistance, the stubbornness that causes the problems. Ask your angels to help you open your mind and heart to new ideas and fresh options, seeing things differently. When you accept the possibility that there are other ways, previously unseen doorways will open to you, and you will move easily through this change. There is a solution to every problem, so you have to look at things with the eyes of love and expectation. Then life force will flow freely through you. You will feel healthy and alive and can access the necessary resources and wisdom within yourself to help you through this change. You are free and flexible, so be free. But it may mean walking away from everything you've ever known or believed to be true. This is lead me, guide me, walk beside me. Someone in spirit or the flesh will be sent to you. You're not meant to walk this journey alone. Absolutely bloody lovely. Thanks for listening.